All right, welcome to Counterslam, guys. We know it's been a little while since we've been able to put out a video of sorts. The last thing we put out was, I think, a review of Zuriel, actually, because we got it at someone got it for us from Warmachine Weekend. It was actually after our third season finale, and so I always want to come to you guys and kind of give you an update on what's going on, and because we mentioned before about on several different forums that we were going to be meeting together to discuss the future of Counterslam and what we want to do. And we met, we were able to talk, and we decided that probably one of the best things for us personally is to end Counterslam, at least for the time being. The show has been a great fun for, I think, for all of us. We've all had a great time, you know, doing the battle reports and things like that. And but unfortunately, it's just really time consuming, especially for, you know, those of us who worked really hard on the episodes. No, just kidding.
Yeah, editing and all that, setting it up. And
Yeah,
getting people together.
it's a lot. Yeah, it definitely is a lot harder, especially when you have a larger group of people. Like we've got, you know, I know some people do shows and it's just like one person, and maybe they'll have one person kind of come on and
Right,
off. And
but we have a whole crew.
yeah, we have, you know, five, at least five of us that are constantly doing it. With as well. The last season we had a lot of guest hosts come on, a lot of delays, a lot of people couldn't make it, a lot of reshooting of games. Things just to keep things entertaining and exciting,
Right.
and so it just became a little, you know, it became difficult as far as time goes, and a lot of us, we were talking, and one of the things that kept coming up was the fact that a lot of us weren't getting in as many games as we wanted to. None of us are leaving the game. We're all still playing. Some of us not quite as much as we want to. I know, for example, Jose is actually really stepping up his game to get into the competitive scene. Jason has completely changed armies. He's doing Signar now, Signar and Pirates.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to get some practice in with those. I picked up his Convergence, so I've been playing that as well. So I'm still at 3 factions. I did sell my Gators. You know, Jeremy still got his 2, and he's still a Pressganger, so and he's not planning on giving that up anytime soon. So we're not leaving the realm of Warmachine and Hordes. In fact, we're still going to be at a number of conventions and shows. I know Jose and I are planning on going to Adepticon coming up. We both want to go to Warmachine Weekend, and of course we'll be at Gen Con as usual. So we're not leaving the game. Don't feel like that we're just dropping out of here. We're still going to be around. Yeah. So let's see what else we got here. When we first started the show, originally when Jason and I had met to talk about doing Counterslam, we actually ended up originally talking about doing as an audio podcast, much like what you see on a lot of other websites. And we talked about doing that, but one of the main things I kept talking about was that why would people listen to us? We don't have, you know, any tournament players, because that really seemed to be what people were tuning into. And we, you know, and plus I wasn't super new to the game, but I'd been around for maybe about a year and a half. And so we decided that we would do something video, and because my background is in video editing, we decided to go ahead and do something like that. And so you kind of see what we came up with for season 1. And one thing that's nice about the show is that the show really continued to grow and evolve as we went along from season to season. We got a new studio. We were able to bring in more people. We got more games in. The seasons were getting longer. You know, we were also doing them live, which was way different than everybody else. Nobody else was doing live at the time, or at least nothing on a consistent basis. I think the first live game I saw was a Wargamer Girl game that she played online, and it looked really cool. And I was like, well, we could totally do that. So, you know, I kind of came back, and that's when we discussed about just doing a live show like we did.
Right.
And like I said, it was really fun. But it had its limitations, right? Because a lot of times people couldn't hear what we were saying when we were playing, or people wouldn't say what they were doing, and because we had to have that kind of practice as far as like doing that, and so it became a little, I would say almost a little boring, honestly. It was really tough to see what was going on, but it was easier to upload. So as soon as we were done with the live stuff, I could just upload it straight to YouTube from Twitch TV, and it was fine. You know, then we decided to go to a not live format, so we could then do the commentaries, we could do the kill cam, we could do a lot of stuff that made, I think, our show really unique and fun. Getting those close-up camera angles, we had the camera rig around the game, and it was really cool. And we still got the rig; it's broken down, but we still have it. But trying to do it every week was kind of a problem, and then spanning it out to several weeks because we had to, because of just how long it took to put together an episode. It just became really, really time consuming, and that was really where it started. I think it kind of, even though it looked better and our subscribers were coming up greatly, it was still very difficult to put the episodes together in a timely fashion, and then it felt like just to be a bit too much. And like I said, with a lot of us taking the time that it did to do these and then feeling like we weren't actually getting to play, and a lot of us spending so much money on our models, you can kind of see why it just didn't feel beneficial to do it anymore. So the what is kind of nice though about, I feel like our that's kind of come up since CounterSlam came on, is that we've started to see a lot more video podcasts, or a lot more people starting to take notice. Some really great shows out there. I definitely want to plug a couple of them. One of them is Advanced Maneuvers, does a really good job. There was I keep want to say Way of the Swan, but that's not. Warmachine is another great one. They do live games. They have some really good tournament players on there. Jake Van Meter's been on there a couple of times. So they've been able to get some really cool games in, and it's a lot of fun to watch too. And they are actually a lot better than we were doing it live, trying to explain what's going on. So that was really cool. I think about Disabled Box Destroyed. It was actually Tom. He's a local guy here who does his own.
Hey Tom.
We actually play with him over at Saltire Games. Actually, Jeremy was in one of his videos. The Retribution versus, it was the Igor Shade versus. Was it P-Gor Shade? No, it was P-Gor Shade versus who were you playing? Virus or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because it ended when I charged Gorshade with Virus.
Yeah, and Jeremy even won that game. It was pretty good because Tom's a really good player. So I was actually kind of.
It's a smug son of a bitch.
Yeah. So.
No, he says that. We love him.
I think he'd agree with that. But he's a great guy and a great show. It's fun to watch. He's got some really cool effects in there that most people don't do or use. Right. His videos are quick, which is nice. And he's a really great, a great guy, great player.
His videos are quick because he's like, because he does a lot of like, and then like he's got these models over here, and I don't know what they do, but they moved over here, and then this stuff of mine died, and then
it is entertaining to watch. Which is, I talked to Tom the other day, and I told him, I was like, I think he does a great show. I like watching it.
He does, but he doesn't care about his opponent's models, which I always like poke him about. Like, you should know what your opponent is using.
Yeah. So he's always done it. He's definitely getting better, but he does a pretty good job. But those are some really great ones. So like I said, Advanced Maneuvers, Warmachine, Disabled Box Destroyed. Those are three great shows that I know that I've personally started watching at least since CounterSlam started. And they're high quality. They're really good. They're fun to watch. So definitely check those guys out if you haven't done so yet. Chances are you probably already know about them, but in case you don't, I would definitely check those guys out. What we're going to do is the website, the CounterSlam website is probably going to come down, but we're going to leave our videos, all of our reviews, our faction focuses, and things like that. They're going to still stay on YouTube. We're not going to take those down probably ever. I don't see any reason why we need to take them down. Before you unsubscribe to CounterSlam, I just want to say if you guys want to stay subscribed, I would appreciate it, only because while right now we're finding difficulty in time doing these types of things, there is always that chance that we could come back and do more. There are people in the local metas around here who are interested in possibly doing something with CounterSlam, so don't be shocked if, even if it's a year from now, if CounterSlam ends up coming back with some new hosts and some new ideas and some fresh content. So I'll just ask that you not unsubscribe yet. I'm not obviously going to be posting a bunch of stuff, so you're not going to have to worry about any type of spam or anything like that from us. But we would appreciate it, and we also want to say that we appreciate our subscribers. You guys subscribing, commenting, correcting us when we do something stupid. And just chatting with us and asking us questions on why we do what we do, or how we do certain things and why, because we really appreciate the feedback, we appreciate the comments, and all right, well, that's it for CounterSlam, guys, at least for now. And I just want to say thanks again for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we will see you guys on the battlefield.
Bye.